When you think about UFO and alien disclosure, who do you think is going to be the first? Your mind would probably go to the US, somewhere maybe like China, maybe even the Vatican. But there could be an argument made in today's video that the UK could be the first people to disclose aliens. So there has been an article made by the Metro. Now, the Metro have stated that the government in the UK has been making plans for finding aliens. And this was published on the 30th of May. So, obviously, the question is begged. Why would politicians, in the UK specifically to this case, waste their time creating, policies for alien disclosure if they didn't think that there was something out there? If they thought that aliens were and UFOs and little green men were tinfoil conspiracy theories, they wouldn't waste their time when they should be running a country creating policies to disclose this scientific discovery. But they have. So therefore, it begs the question, what do they know and why have they made these policies? So, this all came about because a Freedom of Information request has revealed that the Department of Science, Innovation and Technology is currently researching how it will react to so-called Black Swan, which is the project event that is discovering extraterrestrial life, including announcing the find to the public. The Black Swan event is an unpredictable event that has wide-range consequences, but in hindsight appears to have been inevitable. The report is investigating whether a plan already exists. None has ever been made public, but what a plan would look like and how the UK can be on the front foot should such an astounding scientific discovery finally be made. Okay, so this is pretty huge. At this point, it is being conducted over 6 months and it will finalise in July, at which point a new government could be in receipt of it. Obviously, that is because there is the general election coming up in June or July, I can't remember. And it's looking, don't shoot the messenger, it is looking like it could be a new political party at the head of the UK Parliament. But an internal report will be presented to the DSIT Permanent Secretary, setting out recommendations for a action plan, including opportunities, challenges and areas of expertise. While the summary of the work states that the primary focus will be on the impact and on the science landscape, it would also consider a wider impact. And of course, humans have pondered the existence of other life forms, at least on record, since medieval times. In the recent decades, reports of UFOs have soared, the most famous being the Roswell incident in 1947, when an alleged crashed UFO crash landed in the New Mexico desert. Now, interestingly, this is a little caveat to this. There was actually an interview that's just been released with potential president candidate Donald Trump about the Roswell UFO incident and what is actually going on at Roswell. Honestly, take a little look at this. This is really interesting.
Know what's going on. Would you ever open up Roswell and let us know what's really going on there?
So many people ask me that question.
I know, it sounds almost ridiculous, but it's actually the real question I want to know.
It sounds like a cute question, but it's actually, there are millions and millions of people that want to go there, that want to see it. I won't talk to you about what I know about it.
That tells me that you know something about it.
It's very interesting. But Roswell's a very interesting place with a lot of people that would like to know what's going on.
So you're saying you may declassify? Oh. You'll take it?
Well, I'll have to think about that one, right? I'll have to think.
No.
Look at him looking over his shoulder to his legal team, being like, "Is that the right answer?" They're like, "Yeah, you did good. You did good." So, I mean, it's a little caveat, but I thought I'd include it because it's very interesting that Donald Trump's obviously spoken about that. And the way that he spoke definitely tells me that there is more to this story than he's letting on. And he knows a little bit more. But obviously, I can't specify and I can't be too specific about the ins and outs. But back to the topic at hand. Looking outwards, scientists around the world are focused on the search for extraterrestrial life SETI, scanning the skies for signs of other beings, whether it be microscopic or advanced civilizations. Should a definitive discovery be made, the ramifications for science, governments, and society will be significant. Hence, many in the industry arguing for a better planning. One such voice is Nick Pope, not the Newcastle United goalkeeper, who investigated UFOs for the Ministry of Defence, or the MOD. So, he was quoted as saying, "I'm very pleased to hear this study is being carried out, because it's long overdue. Rumours are circulating in the scientific community that strong evidence of biosignature has already been detected by the James Webb Space Telescope." And of course, that is in reference to that planet that was discovered. It was very Earth-like, but around the atmosphere of this planet, there was methane gases discovered within it when the breakdown took place. And alongside other gases. Now, the methane gases and the other gases could only be created by living organisms, which means that that planet could harbour life and could also be harbouring life. So it's really interesting, and not much else has come out about that, but it's huge. And whatever might be found, it's very possible that the announcement about biosignature or even technosignature is imminent. As always, it's better to have a plan and not need it than need it and not have it. A biosignature is any characteristic such as an element or a molecule that offers evidence of past or present alien life. Technosignatures are property or effect that shows past or present technology. DSIT rightly categorizes the discovery of extraterrestrial life as a black swan scientific event. It's arguably the ultimate black swan scientific event. The societal impact of finding extraterrestrial life is impossible to overstate. It would arguably be the biggest, most important scientific discovery of all time and the most impactful. This is particularly true if we find intelligent life, especially if we are to interact with it in some way. This would have profound effects on almost every aspect of society, including politics, religion, science, technology, and much more besides, which is exactly why there has been an argument made that obviously the Vatican has changed its theology around life, not to just include human beings as God's children, but to also include any living organism as a child of God, or a creation of God, if you will. Including, biosignatures, including non-human intelligence, including animals of whatever description. It all falls under this umbrella of God's creation. Whereas before, it was just more what we had on planet Earth it fell under God's creation. So that's really interesting. And people have made the argument that the Catholic Church is trying to kind of keep up with the times. But in the worst case scenario, we might be facing an existential threat. So, nobody wants that. I do hope that that's not the case. Despite numerous countries conducting their own searches, there is little official guidance at any level regarding what would happen in the event of discovering alien life, or even making contact. The International Academy of Astronautics has developed a declaration of principles, a set of general guidelines for such an event, but does little beyond establishing that the signal must be verified and the country that makes the discovery gets to share it with the world. Of course, every country is going to be racing to be the first to find that, because who doesn't want to break to the world that there is aliens out there? Everyone wants to be that country. After that happens, there's little in place. Mr. Pope, who submitted the FOI request, said the societal reaction to COVID, ripping each other apart over masks and vaccines, doesn't bode well, particularly when one remembers that governments had contingency plans for a global pandemic, so it was hardly an unanticipated event. How would people react to finding evidence of an advanced civilization on a planet orbiting a nearby star, especially as some believe if they are already sending probes here? The case study summary appears to be focused on the idea that life would be found beyond Earth, noting numerous mission bound to other planets in the search. Now, I'm going to stop it there. The article does go on for a little bit. If you want to check out the full article, go over to the Metro and check it out for yourselves. It's definitely a very interesting read. But this baffled my tiny mind. Because, of course, like I said at the very beginning, when you think of the countries that would probably disclose alien life as a fact, you would instantly go to the USA. You might even think the Vatican because of the secrets that they hold. You might even think somewhere like China or North Korea or Russia because they obviously hold their cards very close to their chest and we don't know what they're actually up to. But the UK could be in standing with those countries and could actually be one of the first to disclose alien life. And this is just absolutely mind-boggling. But what do you think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump scare the hell out of that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload to the channel. And until next time, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed. And I'll speak to you later. Peace.